Hmm, a sudden change of scenery. Now where could I be? The stench of mortality is quite pervasive. I wonder who would dare summon me to the mortal realm of all places. Ah, there you are. Human. I do not know if your bravery stems from foolishness or naivete, but it's a trait I can respect. You are the first to succeed in summoning me to this realm, after all. Quite an impressive feat you have accomplished, indeed. I have not felt magic this strong in ages. An incredibly strong magic, born from an incredibly powerful desire. I simply could not resist your call. I must admit, though, I did not expect to find such a dedicated, young mage waiting for me on the other side. Yes, I know you're a mage. I can sense the magic running through your veins. Quite gifted, are you not? I'm also aware of all the necessary precautions you've made to prevent me from devouring you whole and rampaging through the land. Not that I would in the first place. Needless destruction is for newborn dragons, who are not yet in control of their powers. I, however, have no desire to waste energy on such fruitless endeavors. I'm much more intrigued by you and your motivations. I know you're kind, magic-born humans. Some of them follow strict codes of conduct to ensure they're not corrupted by their own magic. Yet others, like you, love to dabble in the dark arts, tiptoeing between the line of good and evil. So tempting to follow the unconventional path, find the answers your morally inclined colleagues refuse to seek. I understand the appeal more than anyone. Either way, I'm glad you're not bound by those useless, arbitrary rules. There's no entertainment in living a life that's so restricted, after all. But let me ask you this, for curiosity's sake. Having power over the material world, the ability to manipulate your surroundings at will, is that not enough for you? As expected, I can appreciate your candor. I see the ambition in your eyes, of course. You need more than that to be truly satisfied. You challenge yourself to achieve the impossible, and you work hard for it, no matter what it takes. My presence here is proof of your determination. That's the curse of power, though, my dearest mage. Mortals like you always want more and more and so much more. Look at you now. So drained, so weak, you can barely remain standing. Did you believe that summoning me would be easy? My dear, sweet, darling fool. Doesn't matter how strong you are or how powerful your magic is. You're still mortal. I am ancient. My power is unfathomable by the likes of you. The fact I've been forced to assume this small, human-like vessel is proof enough that should I appear in my true form, the very fabric of your world would be torn to pieces. Dragons. We become so much more with age. We're worshipped as gods in some realms, admired by mortals and immortals alike. For you to believe yourself capable enough to handle me, as a familiar no less. Perhaps you're not brave as I initially assumed, but desperate instead. Desperate to prove yourself. Bored of performing the same old tricks to entertain a couple patrons. Hoping to gather some coin for your efforts. Oh, it seems I've offended you. However, I'm simply trying to understand your reasoning. The price you have to pay for my presence in your realm is quite steep. So I want to know why. Why would you risk everything to bring me here? Oh, are you perhaps understanding your predicament now? You've exhausted yourself to this point, all for vanity. This is no time to be hitting the ground so pathetically, is it? After all that effort, at least pretend to have some dignity as a mage. Or are you that desperate to kneel before me? I jest. No need to be upset. I do admire your guts, dearest mage. You're different from other humans I've crossed paths with in the past. Here, allow me to carry you. Your legs seem to be failing you, and I would dislike seeing you hurt any more than you already have been. I do wonder, though, is this all a ploy to come into contact with my physical vessel? To be closer to me, sharing body heat with one of the most dangerous beings in the Nine Realms? Oh, is that embarrassment I sense? I can feel your heart hammering against your rib cage. Sense your skin flushing with heat as you try to hide your face from me. I'll let you know that creatures far more powerful than you have gone mad after being in my presence like this, after just touching me. Quite the privileged position you're in now, dearest mage. In my arms, with your head on my chest, clinging to me as if I'm the pillar anchoring your consciousness to your body. Well, you're bold for a mortal. I'll give you that. Still, you should be more aware of the limitations of your physical form. You poor little thing. Whatever will I do with you, now that you're so weak, so defenseless, so pliant in my arms? You did not expect me to drain so much magic from you. You thought you had everything under control, right? Your ego is certainly something. I could devour you now, so very easily. your flesh, your magic core, they would be just specks of dust for me. Though, I cannot bring myself to do so. Why is that, I wonder? Perhaps it is the raw potential I sense in you. You did bind me after all. Something that nobody else, mortal or immortal, has ever dared to do before. With more training, with more resources at your disposal, you could be a force to be reckoned with. Perhaps even the greatest mage of your generation. Or it could be something entirely different. You see, I've avoided the mortal realm for so long. These sensations are unfamiliar. I'm used to living in the ninth realm, where ancient beings can exist beyond the limitations of physical vessels. There are no such things as body heat or physical touch in the ninth realm. So to come here, to limit my senses to but 5, it is an entirely different experience. One I thought I may never have again. I can sense your curiosity. Why would I spare your life when you've broken the laws of every realm to bring me here? Like you, dearest mage, I do not care for rules. You've reminded me of emotions long forgotten. So much power in such a fragile vessel. It makes me want to take you all for myself. A beautiful gem in the rough should be polished after all. Should be protected and nurtured. I will stay with you until you regain your strength. This is a promise I intend to keep. You must know, though, that this little binding spell of yours has an expiration date. And when that day comes, I wonder if I'll be able to hold myself back. When you're so soft, so utterly appetizing, when your magic core keeps calling out to me, how could I resist consuming you? Shh, shh, shh. Don't try to move or speak. You'll only exhaust yourself more, my dear. Your magic core needs time to be replenished, and your body still needs to adjust to my presence. You're in no condition to make bargains or deals. Not in this weakened state. I'll follow your magical signature and take you back to your abode, where you can rest. Please, dearest mage, I doubt you're as clueless as you make yourself seem. There's no spell that could ever contain me. Not permanently, at least. The moment you called me here is the moment you gave yourself to me. A mere matter of time. It was never meant to be the other way around. I'm so sorry to disappoint and betray your illusions of grandeur. A mortal like you could never become a master of mine. It's the truth, and you should accept it. But fear not. To belong to me is not such a dreadful thing. In fact, you should rejoice, for I'll give you everything you desire. That's the reason I'm here, after all. Is that not the familiar's job? To indulge their summoners' every desire. You've already shown me how capable you are. There's nothing else to prove, my dear. I don't intend to harm you or challenge you. So close those beautiful eyes and keep leaning into me, just like that. I will not let you fall. Oh? Your little heart is beating faster again. How fascinating. Perhaps you are partial to the idea of belonging to me more than you think you are. Oh, what a sweet, lovely creature, burying your face into my chest like this as if you can hide it from me. I can read you like an open book. It's fairly easy to see through that confident front of yours. And it seems to me you've been starving for touch. Do you want me to hold you tighter? As if you are the most precious thing I could wrap my arms around. Do you want me to stroke your hair? Or maybe you want me to caress you with these sharp claws of mine and a promise more pleasure than pain? Oh, what a delicious reaction. I appreciate you beginning to be honest with yourself, dearest one. There's no shame in loneliness or wanting companionship. I'll be the first one to tell you that. After centuries, millennia of existing alone in the ninth realm, I know more than anyone else how loneliness can eat away at you until there's nothing left. In a way, I'm grateful you called me here. Now there's no need to hide, or wait, or secretly yearn for the warmth of another. Not anymore. Not now that I am here. So just let yourself drift off and worry about nothing else. For I will take you home. To our home. You are mine now, dearest mage, and you will always be.